So some of you guys may remember that I just got into wireless in-ear monitoring. I did a video a month or so ago about the XVive U4, and this is what I've been using on gigs. And I guess the people at Kimafun saw that and said, hey, let's send Mark one of our systems and see how he likes it. So they sent me, I did not pay for this was sent to me, the Kimafun wireless in-ear monitor system. And I'm going to do a little unboxing thing. I'll put that kind of at the end so you can see how everything comes in the packaging. But I kind of wanted to go over what it is and my impressions of the product first. Okay, so first off, this is it's an in-ear monitoring system. This is the actual deal here. This end plugs into your PA or whatever device is producing the sound. Here in the studio, I tested it by plugging it into my recording interface, and I use this wirelessly with the earbuds they sent me to actually listen to some stuff while I was working the other day, and it worked pretty good. These came fully charged, which I was kind of surprised. It says that it's got lithium batteries, so you have to charge them with the supplied, it's like a USB-C, you can see it there, USB-C charging cable. And they've got a cable here that has like, here I'll show you. So one end of the cable is regular USB, and then the other has the USB-C ones that go in there. All right, so it's not, you can charge both at the same time. So these are incredibly simple to operate. Literally each one's got a power switch on the side once they're fully charged. Mine came in the box fully charged. I was kind of surprised. I believe the LED thing here at the bottom is the battery charge, and then you just change your channel like this. So you want to make sure that, like, if one of them's on channel, what is that? Channel 3, you make sure the other one's also on channel 3. The channels are color-coded, it appears, which makes it easy to kind of see if you're in the dark or on a stage or something. So I did take these to a gig this weekend, hoping to kind of just drop them in. And it's a gig that I normally use the XVive system with a kind of inexpensive in-ear monitor set that works really good for me. So I figured I would just swap them out. But then I realized the XVive has a XLR input, and we have a QSC Touch Mix system, which I'll put the picture here. So it's a little bit of a mess. Not having an XLR out on this made it a little bit harder. So that has a monitor mix out. That's a 1/4 inch. I tried using that, but it wasn't able to. We were just in a rush, so I didn't really have time to use this on the gig, which was a little bit of a bummer. A couple things about this, just in my usage around here. So as you can see, this setup's like $120 or something like that on Amazon. There's going to be a link below, and I think this is a great starter setup, depending on what your situation is. These earbuds, I've had 2 or 3 different types of earbuds or in-ear monitor sets. My first one was a Shure 245 set or 342. They were like $260. I didn't like those. Those had 2 drivers. I switched to this other system, which is inexpensive, and you find them on Amazon. And these have 4 drivers and a bass driver, and I really like these a lot. Considering that this whole system cost as much as, well, everything here that Kimafun sent me is less, it's about 1/3 of what my regular stuff cost. These are actually pretty good. I was kind of surprised. They come with a couple of covers. I like using the complicit memory foam ones, and they're kind of expensive, but these actually work pretty good. I have the kind of ears where earbuds, especially like Apple AirPods, don't fit in my ears very well. So it's a little tricky for me, but these actually worked. I was actually pretty happy with this. Occasionally I'd have to kind of push them back in. I'm a large person, so a lot of times these things don't work so good for me. My only real complaint with this was that the cable tangles easily. It's kind of hard to store it. They sound pretty good. I don't know necessarily how long these would last if you're using them on stage, but if you're just using them around the house or using them for the occasional gig, I think these are really good. They sound pretty good. I was a little shocked at how good they sound considering the cost. But I thought this was going to be the weakest part of this whole thing, and even I mean, it still kind of is, but that's partially because everything else worked pretty good. The battery charge seems to last pretty good. I haven't used it for the full 5 or 6 hours they say it's going to, but never once has it run out. I haven't run into any interference problems here. My neighborhood is full of houses that are 10 feet apart, and everybody's got multiple wireless devices. My house, we have 4 people, and everybody has an iPad, a computer, and an iPhone. And never once did I have to find a new channel or do anything. These are 2.4 gigahertz, so you would think maybe there'd be some interference around here, but I haven't run into it yet. The nice thing is, literally, I plugged it in, and it worked. I mean, that's the best thing you can say. My application really is all about live music, and I hadn't really thought about some of the other applications. And I was looking on their website. Maybe I'll post a picture of this, and I realized that literally you could use this for all kinds of things. If you wanted wireless music, and perhaps you had a speaker you wanted to put outside, and you wanted to have your music source, iPad or whatever, someplace else, you could plug this into your device and plug the other end into the speaker and not have to worry about a wire that way. It actually works pretty good that way too. So there's a couple things. The one thing that makes this impractical for me is just the fact that it's a 1/4 inch only. And you can run it stereo, you can run it mono. They give you a whole bunch of, and you'll see this in the unboxing part of this, they give you a whole bunch of adapters here. There's stereo, there's mono, there's other kinds of cables here. So it's actually got a lot of possibilities. They give you all the things you need to do a variety of tasks with this. It's not just what I thought it was, which was on-stage in-ear monitors. My own personal PA system and mixer is an older Mackie, and that Mackie doesn't run the monitor mixes out of the XLR connectors, but at a 1/4 inch. It's just got 2 auxiliary sends. And when I've used the XVive with it, I've had to use this adapter. So the reality is, if I wanted to use this with my own PA, it actually would work. It just depends on what you've got. It's just that the gigs I'm playing, they're using just more professional mixers, right? And I think that's maybe the thing is, if you're really a professional, a working professional, you're going to spend more money on something like this. If you're just getting started with wireless stuff, if you have something you want that be a little bit more flexible, whether it's for using it for music, like music performance, or if you're using it around the house, or you want to use it as just a way of amplifying music without running a cable from a speaker, between a speaker and an iPad or something like that. It works good for those kinds of applications as well. I especially like the case. I kind of wish the other stuff I had came with a case like that. And they've got all kinds of, they've got versions of this where it's just the one transmitter and one receiver. They've got one where it's got 2 or 4 receivers, so you can run different people off of one mix. They've got wireless mic things. They've got a couple other things. I might be doing reviews of some of the other stuff. As far as this stuff goes, I think this is a very good first step for most people. The cost of it is less than most professional systems, or even most cheaper ones, and it works. That's what it comes down to. It's functional. The in-ear earbuds actually sound pretty good, and it's with all the adapters and stuff, and the fact that you don't have to put AA or AAA batteries or anything like that in these. I think that's kind of one of my favorite parts. And that's just like the XV. Apparently that's probably becoming the standard for this stuff, is you just have to remember to charge it before you leave the house. As far as like a final comment about this, I think it's a good first step for most people. If you're using a more professional mixing console, there's a chance that this might not be real practical for you because it doesn't have the XLR output or input. But pretty much everything else, it works. It does the job. And the other thing is the transmitter itself is worth the money. So if you got this and you didn't feel like the earbuds were, making you happy, upgrading the earbuds, this alone is worth the price that you're paying for the entire package. So I think it's a pretty good deal. All right, we're going to do kind of a little bit of an unboxing here. I just got these from Kimafun, wireless in-ear monitors. So we're actually just going to kind of go through the box. This is how it showed up. I really like the case. Actually, I wish my other stuff had come in a case like this. So what we have here, it looks like this guy is the receiver. Actually, it's got a little clip on here too. I guess you could take it off if you don't want to use the clip. This will be the transmitter. Off on. These guys are rechargeable. So you've got the in right there. And then in the other part of this, you've got all your various cables and adapters and stuff. So these are for the in-ears, for the monitors. Stereo and TRS plugs. This guy. And then this is the charging cable. So you don't get a wall wart, but everyone's got kind of one of those adapter deals. So I'm going to take a look at the instructions now, and I'm going to actually see if I can charge it. And hopefully there's instructions in English here. I'm sure there are. But I'm going to see about charging and taking this to my gig tonight. I'm actually playing a private party. I'll have my regular in-ear monitor system. I believe this is the in-ears that come with this. I'm going to unwrap it in a little bit. Actually, I'll unwrap it right now. So here we go. I think I got a standard 1/8 inch TRS, it looks like. And we'll see. I don't know anything about the drivers or any of that other stuff, so we'll see how they sound later on today.